Hello, everybody, and welcome to the top 5 new comments for December 25th, 26th of 2024. I am, as always, Chris. And first of all, happy holidays, Merry Christmas to everybody out there. Hope you all have a good Christmas and holiday season. And when you're done getting all the sweet presents, jump over to the local comic book store. And I got 5 books that you can check out, starting with Justice League Unlimited #2. This is written by Mark Waid with art by Dan Mora, colors by Tamra Bonvillain, and letters by Ariana Mahar. First issue was really interesting. I liked where they're going with Justice League. The broad, universe-spanning team with all these members. Look into the Watchtower. I'm really enjoying how DC as a whole is focusing on the Watchtower as like a central location. All these characters living inside this giant satellite. The different things that are going on with it. We can talk about all the different series forever that are happening there. But with Justice League, what I like is it's very broad scopes of that all. As you would expect, we got so many characters that we're dealing with. We got the team going out for its first big thing that they had to take care of. We've got a new character that jumped on board that we weren't sure about, and a big surprise at the end. That first issue was phenomenal, and I'm just, once again, I said it last time, but DC does these things right in my eyes, because how can you get me excited about a Justice League book? So excited that it's a top of the list. Yeah, a great creative team always does the job. Another good thing is to let it go away for a little bit and bring it back with a bang. And that's what DC did with this. First issue is great. Definitely go pick it up if you haven't already. And then jump into the second issue as well. Great creative team. Dan Mora, one of the best artists in the business. Doing amazing work. Quality and quantity work. And yeah, I'm just really intrigued with everything going on. I'm even at the point where I might pick up this Atom Project book just because so much of what's going on with the Justice League and all the different books ancillary to it, keep referencing it, and I want to know what's going on with that. So definitely, you should be checking out Justice League Unlimited. After that, I've got Timeslide #1. This is written by Steve Foxe with art by Ivan Fiorelli, colors by Frank D'Amata, and letters by Joe Caramagn. Apologize. You all know I'm not a big X-Men fan, but what I am is a big Marvel fan. I've been a Marvel zombie for so long, love Marvel comics, and I'm really hoping that next year they slide into a better creative state than they have been. And that all kind of starts with Timeslide. Now, we've done these books in the past where Marvel has done a one-shot that teases what's to come for the Marvel Universe moving forward, and as we've joked about on my podcast, Fortress Comic News, there seems to be a new X book every 2 minutes. So obviously X-Men are a big part of their future. With this, we've got Cable and Bishop running through time, trying to stop something that's happening. And I'm intrigued to see how much of the non-X-Men stuff are we going to see in here, what kind of stuff is going to get teased. These books are always a good time. And I just really look forward to see where they go with them moving forward. And it's one of those things. DC has their DC All In or whatever it is to start their new initiative. Marvel every year has their time book that they do. And Timeslide is it for this year. And it's interesting. Still a little disappointed they just threw Kang to the side. I get it, but I've always loved Kang, and I was excited about Kang as a big bad in the Marvel comics. And now that we're moving to Doctor Doom, once again, for obvious reasons, it's just it's a big shift. And I think that's been part of Marvel's problem as a creative entity right now. So after that, Hellhunters #1. This is written by the superstar known as Philip Kennedy Johnson and art by Adam Gorham. So I heard about this book and I was really excited based on a lot of things. Apparently, it is spinning out of Philip Kennedy Johnson's Incredible Hulk series, which I'm not reading, mostly because I'm just not a big Incredible Hulk guy. And it's funny because at Helm's a Ghost Rider, not a huge Ghost Rider guy either. Like, I enjoy these characters very much, but they're not, the solo books aren't stuff that I normally read on a regular basis. But this one is a World War II Marvel comic. So we've got Bucky, we've got Cap, we've got the Howling Commandos and Wolverine. And this story set in Nazi-occupied Europe during World War II. These are all keystone Marvel things that I love. So to see this book just brought me excitement just based on where it's set, the characters involved, and then a great writing and artist team here too. So I just think this is going to be fun. I hope it doesn't depend too much on knowledge from the Incredible Hulk. That would be disappointing because you could really get people like me in on this kind of book by making it new reader friendly in a lot of ways. So I just really hope. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. The art looks great. Team's really cool. Love the setting. After that, I've got the West Coast Avengers #2. This is written by Gerry Duggan, art by Danny Kim, colors by Arthur Hesley, and letters by Joe Caramagna. Joe here once again. I got your name right the second time. West Coast Avengers. We talked about it last time. It's interesting team. I love having Ultron on it. All these things. After reading the first issue, and I believe I messed up and said that the Phoenix was in the first issue. It's a different character altogether. It's Firestar is the character that I saw. That was my bad. But after reading the first issue, I thought it was done really well. It's a West Coast Avengers book, which is supposed to be a little more lighthearted. And I like that Tony's doing not quite a Suicide Squad, but it's a reformation plan for ex-villains and people who've had trouble in the past. Bring them, give them the Avengers team to try to do good, be better. And obviously there's problems along the way with that. I love this weird do-goody Ultron. It's very interesting. I love the little twist that maybe that's not the real Ultron. We'll see. And I thought Blue Bolt was a fun addition as a lesser-known character that they can have some fun with. There's a lot of good things here. It's a lot of fun. And it's another just team book that I think has a bright future for at least a couple of years of doing some fun things with it. And just cannot recommend it enough. And then we will end with Redcoat #8. This is written by Jeff Johns with art by Brian Hitch, inks by Andrew Curry, and colors by Brad Anderson. Redcoat's been this book, this self-published book that I really enjoyed. Jeff Johns obviously has been a lot of conversation from me, from others about him creatively through DC, what he's doing with his independent stuff, all these things. And I just got to say, all of these Ghost Machine books have been so much fun. Redcoat tends to be my favorite, once again, based on so many things. I think the story is really great. I love the characters involved with it. I love the setting. It's a time travel story with a redcoat from the Revolutionary War. All things just right up my wheelhouse. And Brian Hitch's art is just phenomenal throughout this. I mean, it's amazing to no end. But I put this on my top 5 because not only is it just a great book that wrapped up a broad and good story arc that brought to close the whole Albert Einstein of it all, but also this issue's basically a new #1. It's starting a new story arc. We're going to get another tale. It's more in the past where the previous story arc was kind of pre-World War II. Einstein as a teenager, a kid. This is Simon back in 1873, so kind of Old Westy territory, Civil War territory. My years are bad, so somewhere in that range. But I love that this book can jump from time to time. We can kind of see where Simon is throughout his life and do different things with him. I'm just super excited about it. I think it's a really cool book. And if you haven't been checking out what's going on at Ghost Machine, specifically with Jeff, I haven't read a bad book yet from those guys. So I just highly recommend what they're doing there. They've definitely tapped into something and are reinvigorated creatively. Once again, specifically talking about Jeff Johns here. It just feels like a resurgence for his career where I felt like some of his DC stuff was waning near the end there. And now it's just back to good old-fashioned quality comics that he is known for. So everybody, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have, once again, just a great holiday season, great Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you want to celebrate. And I appreciate you all watching these videos this past year. Obviously, we got one more to the end of the year, but I just want to send out my appreciation to all that. If you want to follow me, remember, you can go to chriscomicscorner.substack.com. That'll be back up and running in January. I will start the year with just a letter to the readers there, and then we'll get right back into the swing of things. Also, you can follow me on social media at Fortress Chris, wherever you are, whether it's X, Blue Sky, Threads. I'm there talking to people. And if you want to help out this video in particular, like, subscribe, share, comment down below. You hear it on every video on YouTube, but yeah, just do those things. If you comment, let me know what books you're looking forward to. If you're watching this after you've read your books, let me know if you picked up any of these books and you enjoyed them, hated them, whatever it is, and so on and so forth. And then make sure to check out the Fortress Comic News podcast. We're wrapping up the year here. We just did our 400th episode with Jim Zub. This week's going to be a more normal episode with no interview. Next week is going to be the end of year awards episode. And then once the new year comes, right back in the swing of things with interviews and so on and so forth. So the show's a blast. We're on podcatchers everywhere, and I'm just so proud of it. So I hope y'all check that out. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see y'all here next week.